I used to work as a janitor for a community college in Ohio. Most nights were quiet. I liked it that way. I'd start around 10 p.m., clean classrooms, mop the halls, empty trash, then finish in the basement storage area around 2 a.m. That basement always creeped me out. It was old, the kind of place with flickering fluorescent lights and pipes running across the ceiling. The air was cold and smelled like rust. One night, as I was sweeping near the boiler room, I noticed one of the lights flickering. Not unusual. But then another one went out. Then another. In seconds, half the hallway was pitch black. I went to the breaker panel, thinking maybe it tripped, but before I got there, I heard it. Slow footsteps behind me. I turned around, flashlight up, nobody there. I figured maybe one of the maintenance guys came in early, so I called out, "Hey, you down here?" No answer then. From the darkness, something knocked 3 slow bangs on a metal door. Not loud, measured, almost like a reply. I walked toward the sound, heart pounding. The noise came from the old electrical room, a door that was always locked. When I got there, the knocking stopped. But here's the thing, the door wasn't locked anymore. The padlock was hanging open, the chain on the ground. I opened it just enough to shine my light in. Empty. Just a concrete room with cables running along the walls. Then my radio crackled a burst of static, and I heard a voice whisper through it, "Don't turn around." I dropped the radio. I didn't listen. I did turn around, and for half a second, I swear someone was standing under the flickering light at the end of the hall, still watching. I blinked and they were gone. I quit that job the next week. The head custodian told me I wasn't the first to complain about someone else being down there. Thing is, the basement's security camera footage cut out the exact minute it happened. In 2018, I worked the night shift as a janitor at a middle school. It was easy money. Clean the gym, restock the bathrooms, lock up before dawn. One winter night, a storm hit, and the whole place lost power around midnight. The emergency lights kicked in, dim red bulbs that made the hallways look like something out of a nightmare. I was cleaning the science wing when I heard a door slam upstairs. The second floor wasn't supposed to be open. I radioed the security guard. No response. So I grabbed my flashlight and went up the stairwell. The sound came again. Slam, followed by the squeak of sneakers on the floor. I called out, "Hey, we're closed. You're not supposed to be here." No answer, just faint laughter, a child's laugh. I thought maybe one of the teacher's kids had gotten stuck here somehow. But when I reached the end of the hallway, every classroom door was closed, except one, room 212. The lights were flickering inside. I stepped in, and there were small handprints on the chalkboard, dozens of them. But the weirdest part, the board was wet, like the prints had been made seconds ago. Then the projector on the ceiling clicked on by itself, humming softly. The screen came down automatically. It started showing grainy footage, security footage, of the hallway I'd just walked down. And in the frame, there I was, walking alone. Then, from the edge of the frame, something else stepped out, small, human-shaped, but its face was completely blurred, like static. I bolted out of that room so fast, I dropped my flashlight. When I came back the next day, the principal told me something that made my stomach twist. That classroom had been closed since 2003. A student died there after slipping during a science fair setup. No one had the keys but the district supervisor. When I was 26, I worked as a nighttime janitor in a hospital that had an old wing, one that wasn't used anymore. They said it was being renovated, but honestly, it looked more abandoned than under construction. My supervisor told me to stay out of it, but one night around 1 a.m., I saw light under the door. It wasn't possible. The power was cut from that side. Curiosity won. I pushed the door open, and a faint beeping sound came from somewhere deeper in the hallway, like a heart monitor. I followed it, room by room. Most of them were empty, stripped of beds and curtains. Then I reached one where the door was slightly ajar. Inside, there was an old hospital bed, still made, and a monitor flickering with a green pulse line. I stepped closer, and it flatlined. The monitor went black. Then, behind me, I heard the sound of wheels turning soft, steady, like another bed being rolled down the hall. I turned my flashlight toward the noise. Nothing, just that cold, stale hospital air. When I turned back, the bed in the room was empty. Sheets wrinkled, indents still there, like someone had just been lying on it. I sprinted out and told security. They checked. That entire wing had no power connection at all. No machines plugged in, no lights wired. Before I left, one of the nurses said quietly, "That room you went into, room 11B, that's where we lost power during a patient's surgery years ago. They didn't make it. That was my last night working there." Hospitals are meant to save lives, but some places inside them never forget the ones they couldn't. Have you ever experienced something you still can't explain? Tell me in the comments.